I was thinking for this character that I was going to introduce a challenge to my leveling experience, and it is called the Naked LOTRO Challenge. My character won't be literally naked, although you can get a bare-chested dwarf, I believe, so I could do that. I could get close. But it is more so that I will not be using gear to level. So this is all the gear that I got by default. I do have my XP boosting stuff, which I will probably unequip at some point. Now, something I am not entirely sure on, this is something that I've just been thinking about doing. I know people in my kin have considered doing something similar and have done in the past, but the idea is I will not be equipping any new gear on this character, and I don't know about weapons. So your character's damage depends a lot on their weapons. So I don't know how well it would go if I don't go with weapons, and it'd be especially concerning when we get to legendary items. So with this character, something to keep me motivated to play him beyond just being a Dwarden and like abandoning him at level 20 like my dwarf brawler, I'm hoping this challenge keeps me motivated to see how far I can get without equipping any new gear and going naked. So I am excited with this challenge, and yeah, if anybody is interested in doing something similar, I would be interested to hear how far people get. But for me, I thought Warden would be a great class. This is like everything came together perfectly with this. I have motivation to play the Dwarden, and I think Warden could be a great class to try that on. It's also been a while since I've leveled a Warden, so we have all that excitement. So the only concern is right now, I wouldn't mind using my XP boosting items just to get past, just to get me up to Evendom quicker, because I think that will be the ultimate goal for this character, is to get to Evendom. All right, we'll use this prisoner outfit and then just have this fancy boar that I ride. This is the Dwarden experience. And yeah, Wardens have decent self heals, especially at the lower levels. So I think with that, it shouldn't be too bad. Here, and I'll actually make a poll. Y'all can help me with this challenge. This isn't entirely my challenge. Y'all can vote if I use the XP boosters or not. This will just be to get me to Evendom faster. I think by the time I get to Evendom, I would unequip them, because at that point I wouldn't want to outlevel content anyway. It's mainly just to help things go faster with these low levels. It'll largely be a see as we go type thing. What happens if I die? Do I have to delete my character? No, it's not a like hardcore type challenge where some games actually have that. I think DDO, for another Standing Stone Games game, it's not that type of challenge. If the character dies, he just like normal. The main thing with the challenge is that, oh, here's some bottles. The main thing is just to make the questing experience, the landscape, a little bit more difficult and engaging is the big thing. Like, that's the whole point of it, is I will not equip any new gear. At some point, I might even take off all this gear. Class deeds. Oh, if I actually play this character long-term, class deeds are going to be important, because in the Naked LOTRO challenge, having every single trait point possible will be very helpful, because I can't rely on gear. Virtues as well, like anything that gives my character a benefit will become extra important because I don't have gear, basically. The only reason I'm hesitant to kill things is with the level 1 weapons. I really do kill things slowly. So that is one drawback of the Naked LOTRO challenge. So while there's excitement of the world being more dangerous and maybe even having a little bit more, like taking a little bit more time, I don't mind that. I'm less inclined to just go around killing mobs, especially for things like Slayer deeds. So that is one concern, that Slayer deeds might feel a little bit slow with this Naked LOTRO challenge, but again, we will see and can always adjust. I think when I get the legendary weapon, that will no longer be the case. That's a long ways away, but still not 100% sure how we'll go about doing the legendary weapon. And we'll see, maybe at like level 40, it'll just be way too slow with a level 1 weapon, and I'll let myself have an upgrade there. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I can't resist trying AoE like this. It's just the way of the Warden. But with my gear, or lack thereof, I don't think this is a good idea. The whole point of the challenge, though, is to add danger. I don't want to be just scared to do things I would normally do. I don't know what heals I have. I think Persevere is it. Okay, we're gonna have to use morale taps and a lot of them. Also want another Surety of Death. Okay, we're healing up. Ooh, that bleed might get me. Conviction's a strong heal for this level, though. Okay. I was a little bit nerve-wracking, but maybe there's a preview of the excitement we will have with the Naked LOTRO challenge. Wow, purple gear. Oh, I wouldn't even be able to use it on this character. I'm like getting excited looking at these quest rewards, but this is a real challenge that I really do intend to really keep up with, which is going to cause a total shift in my excitement for quest rewards. I'm going to be mad that quests have good gear now instead of happy excited. So the goal, Moose Cat, is to get all the way to the level cap. That is the long run goal of the Naked LOTRO challenge, is to get all the way to the level cap. I really see how far I can get before I really feel the need to equip gear. So I'm thinking slowly add things. So we'll get, maybe I'll have to add a new weapon if things just get too tough, too boring. We need some excitement. Maybe we can add a weapon. I don't know if it would be both a javelin and a melee weapon. Maybe I could just do Warden shield. I could do class item like that. Maybe I can let myself equip class item and then maybe Warden shield. And then legendary weapon, when we get the legendary weapon, maybe we could even restrict traceries. Like maybe I can use the weapon but not equip traceries in it. So we'll see how it goes. But I basically want to see how long I can go with the least possible, like being as naked as possible. For all I know, we can go without the LI. Very much so doubt it though, but we will see. And no, the intention is I would play the game as I regularly would, so I'm not going to avoid questing. I'm not going to avoid challenging things. But yeah, the concern is when I get to the legendary items and legendary weapon, if I keep up with that, is that I will become a glass cannon, essentially, because I'll have relatively good damage because I have the new LI. That's like where most of your damage comes from. It's just from the weapon alone. Yeah, I don't know if it will be all that fun if I'm a glass cannon. So one of the points of this Naked LOTRO challenge was that I would do lower damage and it'd take longer to kill mobs. It'd be more dangerous because I wouldn't really have all the stats with gear. But there are a couple of things that I didn't even think about, like I'm just thinking about today, that I guess could be a little bit of a cause for concern moving forward. But yeah, I think the combination of playing a Warden is helping me like the dwarf, but also the challenge I'm doing on this character, the Naked LOTRO challenge, makes it extra exciting. And looking forward to this character's progress.